Hello and welcome aboard BDE Travels in our Camino de Santiago. In our last episode, we left the town of Triacastela. On our way there, we meet some of the locals. We cross some of the local hamlets. We go through the town of Montan. We go by the town of San Mamede. We come across other pilgrims. We contemplate the beauty of Galicia. And once we reach Sarria, Jorge explained to us what this is all about. In today's episode, we leave the town of Sarria on a very cold morning. I started looking for a place to eat breakfast, but yes, everything was closed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel as we continue here on BDE Travels in our Camino de Santiago.
Well, good morning, folks. This is Sarria to Portomarin today. It's a foggy morning, and we'll see how it goes today. We're looking at approximately 23 kilometers all the way up to Portomarin. Portomarin is a beautiful city, nice bridge when you come in, and lots of things to do. Today we're going to hit the 100 kilometer marker, which is extremely important for many pilgrims. So stay with us. We're doing the Camino de Santiago, enjoying all the views and everything that it comes with it. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and continue with us here on BDE Travels. All right, folks, Sarria is not a big city per se. I'd say it's like a half-size city compared to what you do throughout the Camino. If I were to recommend a place to stay, if you have the money, there's a new hotel called Albergue Nuevo, and it's right on the path of the Camino de Santiago. It looks very nice. I stayed at King Luis the Ninth or something like that, Alfonso the Ninth. And while it says it's good, I had my issues. The staff was good though. I'll take that. But right now we're just coming up at the church here in the Hospital San Anton Abad and the sign of Sarria. So we'll take a look at this real quick. Well, folks, at this point in the walk, just right out of the town of Sarria, when you hit the train tracks, there are two paths. There's the main path, which you continue straight, you parallel the railroad tracks, and there's a complementary path, which will go up a hill. This time, I recommend sticking to the original path. The other one, I would not recommend it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna stay on the main path, which is straight forward along the railroad tracks. Maybe one day I'll do that one, but a lot of people have not recommended that. There's not a lot to see, and over here I think it's shorter. Starting today, always a new day, always something different. That's what makes the Camino the Camino. Well, leaving Sarria, you will cross the train track. Make sure you don't hear the train coming. Well, folks, just a few minutes after passing the train tracks, there is an albergue pension called Barbadelo. They'll stamp your credentials and has a lot of souvenirs in there. Actually, they have an albergue with a swimming pool. So if I would have known, you know, that place looks very nice. So I highly recommend this. Looks very clean, brand new. and it's right on the path of the Camino, right after Sarria. So you cross Sarria, and you know, just on the next town, which is like less than 2 kilometers, and you can be in that place. That was a really nice place, and they serve food and everything. So I don't know, it was open, so that's a choice you might think of. Boricua. Well, folks from BDE Travels, I just encountered a group of ladies, beautiful ladies.
My name is Amparo.
Amparo. They're from Valencia.
Correct.
And they're just, I guess they're loving the Camino because they're having lots of fun. What are your names?
Amparo.
Amparo and Amparo.
Yes.
Apparently it's a very common name. Vanessa?
Silvia.
And Silvia. And the question that I always ask everyone is, why are you doing the Camino de Santiago? Why? ¿Por qué hacen el Camino de Santiago? Me pueden contestar en español que yo lo traduzco después.
Hacemos el camino porque queríamos viajar juntas y una experiencia, un viaje diferente.
Hay unos compañeros que lo hacían en bici y nosotras decidimos acompañarlos, pero andando.
O sea que ellos se fueron adelante.
Sí, ellos van en bici y nosotros andando.
¿Y las dejaron solas?
Sí. O nosotros los dejamos solos.
Bueno, también. Well, folks, that's what you do. You have fun in the Camino de Santiago. You meet people from all over the world. So stay with us here on BDE Travels. Well, folks, I've noticed that once you enter Galicia, many of these towns that you go through are pretty much, you know, farms. Everybody has their own crops and animals, but there's a peculiar smell, believe it or not. And if you do the Camino, you will remember this. But I mentioned that once you get to Galicia, there's a smell to Galicia, and it's the smell of cattle. Every little town that I've gone through so far has the same peculiar smell, you know what I mean? But hey, that's what makes the Camino. That's what makes every distinct area, or should say area distinct. You know, that the food, the people, every little area of the Camino has its differences, and each shares its beauty. There's some pros and cons of each one, and Galicia is like all the others. It has its enchantments, it has its virtues, it has its challenges, and one of them is the smell. Well, that little water well brings back memories. My mom, she loves water wells, so I have to record that just to keep a memory of her. And I'm in a house right in the small hill, which is something that she always wanted. And here it is, Mom. Buen camino. Well, you know, one thing I've been noticing when I enter Galicia is that people have a simpler way of life. It's not easy, but it's a simple way of life. Harvesting and taking care of the animals is tough work, but it's basic and simple. So in a sense, you know, out of leaving the hassle of corporate America and all that, it's good to see that people are still living this way. I'm enjoying all this in the Camino de Santiago. You should too. There's an arrow there that points that way. There's another arrow there that points that way. Which way did I go? Which way should I go? Interesting. Well, not to worry, but those two arrows actually point to the same place. So they just took one road and put an arrow there, and took the other road, put the other arrow, but they land in the same place, so don't worry about that. A little bit further from the town of Ferreiros, between Sarria and Portomarin, is the 100-kilometer marker. So I'm just about 200 meters from it, and I don't know, that's like a achievement, like a milestone that everybody wants to do. So we're just very close to it, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there to the 100-kilometer mark to Santiago de Compostela. Stay with us. Well, folks, on BDE Travels, we just reached the 100-kilometer marker. I'm here with Armando from Peru. From Peru. So he's been walking. Did you start in San Jean Pied de Port?
León.
¿Empezó en San Jean Pied de Port?
No,
¿Dónde
León.
empezó? En León.
Sí, Castilla y León, León.
Castilla y León.
Sí.
So,
300 kilómetros.
it's, como quiera que sea, es mucho.
Sí.
Es mucho. But also, we took a couple of pictures here with the 100-kilometer marker. And we're going to continue. We should be getting to Santiago on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Let's see if the time is good.
I know it says it's going to rain, so we'll see. Well, buen camino.
Buen camino, man.
Down many steps. Now I'm getting the hang of it, so it's my knees are hurting right now. So what I'm doing, I'm zigzagging to avoid getting more injuries. So kudos for all of you young people who do this when you're young. But when you're getting a little bit older, you have to come up with tricks, and I guess experience helps a lot. So enjoying the Camino de Santiago. We're past the 100-kilometer mark. We're about 2.5 hours away from Portomarin, and beautiful day, nice temperature. It's a beautiful day, nice temperature, and really enjoying today. Stay with us here on BDE Travels. Folks, we made a short stop here. There's a small house, and apparently the people that lived in the house built this shack. They have like an oven in there for the winter, so they put wood and has a chimney, so it will keep everybody warm. They have like a poem in here. It says, "Don't be as the other people. A smile, it's birth out of the soul. If you sacrifice something that you don't feel, if you sacrifice something that you don't feel, you're actually going against yourself. Recognize that every moment and every time you're sharing it with the world. Truth and love, they always go hand in hand. So they have that written in there. So it's very interesting, very nice to make a stop right before you reach Portomarin. So stay with us. We are enjoying the Camino de Santiago. Well, folks, just 5 kilometers before reaching Portomarin, I just landed in this beautiful place. They have an albergue. They also have a restaurant, and I flew the drone around because it's simply beautiful. It's a nice stop right before you get to Portomarin, and the owners are very, very friendly. I chatted with them just a little bit, and you know, they have a nice albergue there, and the facilities are great. So once again, we can come over. It's I think it's with an M, Moroimo, something like that, and just pay the visits. Once again, it's 5 kilometers before you're reaching to Portomarin, and it's a good place to stop. I highly recommend it. Well, we are 93 kilometers from Santiago de Compostela. Right behind me is the town of Portomarin, one of my favorite towns in the Camino de Santiago. In fact, I might even come to retire here. So I hope you enjoyed today. It's been a nice day, nice weather, and great views. So stay with us doing the Camino de Santiago here with BDE Travels. Well, folks, back there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here, but there's a family traveling with a 1.5-year-old. So you get from 1.5-year-olds doing the Camino all the way to 82 years old, which was, last time I was talking with some of the guys that there's this lady, she's 82 years old, and we were walking to Castro Jerez, and she flew by us. Someone called it the Bionic Grandma. So just reaching Portomarin. the famous sign that says Portomarin. In fact, tonight we're gonna spend the night right there. It's called Vista Alegre. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but I heard it's really clean and very, very nice. Also, folks, in Portomarín, they sell these tartas ancano. They have like a small shop, and those are the cakes, the Santiago cakes. So you go up this road, and you'll see they have a small town in there. And here's the church, the Ayuntamiento, or the city hall. And here's the church. Stone by stone, it was moved to this position. Amazing. Well, folks, just made it to the hotel. Nice day from Sarria to Portomarin. I'm gonna change, take a bath and all that, change, and so signing off for now. I'm gonna take a quick shower and get ready to walk and eat something. So sign off for today out of Portomarin, here on BDE Travels in the Camino de Santiago.
In our next episode, we leave the town of Portomarin early in the morning, and after many days of walking by myself, someone showed up and walked with me. And further down the road, we met a nun that started walking from Switzerland. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel as we continue here on BDE Travels in the Camino de Santiago.